Have you ever wondered why vampire bats are the only mammals that survive solely on blood? Well, the world of vampire bats is as intriguing as it is unique. These fascinating creatures, unlike any other mammals, have evolved over thousands of years to develop a lifestyle and feeding habits that are as mysterious as they are misunderstood. Vampire bats are nocturnal, which means they're active at night. They fly out in search of a meal, which is always blood. Yes, you heard it right. These bats don't eat fruit, insects, or nectar. Their diet is exclusively blood, and their bodies have adapted in extraordinary ways to allow this. Their razor-sharp teeth and heat sensors help them locate the best spot to make a small incision on their prey, usually a sleeping animal, and lap up the blood. So now that we've skimmed the surface of this incredible world, let's dive into 7 fascinating facts about vampire bats that you probably didn't know. Vampire bats possess a unique diet that sets them apart from other mammals. These fascinating creatures have evolved to subsist entirely on blood, a dietary preference that's as intriguing as it is peculiar. This blood-only diet, or hematophagy, is an exceptional feat of evolution. After all, blood is a tricky substance to digest. It's low in nutrients and high in proteins that, in large quantities, can be toxic. So how do vampire bats manage it? Well, these bats are equipped with highly specialized digestive systems. Their stomachs are designed to rapidly absorb the water from blood and expel it, concentrating the nutritious components for digestion. They've also evolved kidneys that can handle the high protein load, efficiently filtering out excess and potentially harmful proteins. But that's not all. Remember, blood is very low in vitamins and other essential nutrients. To counter this, vampire bats have developed a symbiotic relationship with gut bacteria that help them synthesize the nutrients missing from their diet. This blood-only diet has a profound impact on their lifestyle and survival. It drives their need to feed almost every night. A vampire bat can starve if it goes only 2 or 3 nights without a meal. This feeding frequency also influences their social behavior, but we'll get into that in the next scene. In conclusion, vampire bats are remarkable creatures. Their ability to thrive on a diet that would be deadly for most animals is a testament to their adaptability. Their blood-only diet is a testament to their evolutionary adaptability. Vampire bats exhibit a highly developed social structure. Now let's delve into this intriguing aspect of their lives. Unlike many other bat species, vampire bats are highly social creatures. They live in large colonies, sometimes numbering in the thousands, and these colonies are not just random gatherings. They exhibit a sophisticated social structure that has more in common with primate societies than with other bats. Within these colonies, vampire bats form close bonds with each other, often roosting together in the same spot day after day. They groom each other, take care of each other's young, and even share food. Yes, you heard that right. Vampire bats share food. Now remember that the only food they consume is blood. If a bat does not feed for just a couple of nights, it can starve. But here's where the social structure comes to the rescue. Bats that have had a successful night of feeding will often regurgitate a small amount of blood to share with a hungry roostmate, a behavior that can literally be the difference between life and death. This food sharing isn't random either. It's often reciprocal, with bats returning the favor when their fortunes change. It's not just about survival, but also about building and maintaining social bonds within the colony. The vampire bat's social structure is far more complex and cooperative than we might initially think. Their social structure is a fascinating study in cooperation and survival. Vampire bats have an extraordinary navigational skill, known as echolocation. This natural sonar system is truly extraordinary. By emitting high-frequency sound waves that bounce off objects in their environment, vampire bats can create a mental map of their surroundings. It's remarkably similar to how a submarine uses sonar to navigate underwater. But it's not just about navigation. These nocturnal creatures also use echolocation to hunt. The sound waves they emit bounce off the bodies of potential prey, allowing them to pinpoint exactly where their next meal is. It's like having a built-in biological GPS system. This ability is particularly crucial for vampire bats due to their dietary restrictions. They can't afford to waste energy flying aimlessly in search of food. Their echolocation abilities ensure they can quickly and efficiently find the blood meals they need to survive. Echolocation is a remarkable example of nature's ingenuity. Vampire bats' saliva has a unique attribute that helps them in their blood-feeding endeavors. This attribute is an anticoagulant, a substance that prevents blood from clotting. When a vampire bat bites its prey, it secretes this anticoagulant into the wound. This ensures that the blood keeps flowing freely, allowing the bat to feed without interruption. Now, this anticoagulant isn't just any ordinary substance. It's a highly specialized protein called Draculin, named after the infamous Count Dracula, of course. It's so effective that it's being studied for potential use in human medicine, particularly for patients at risk of blood clots. So it's not just about the bite, it's about what happens after. The bat's saliva is a cocktail of potent enzymes and proteins, all working together to ensure the bat can have its meal without any clotting complications. Nature has equipped these creatures perfectly for their unusual diet. Unusually for bats, vampire bats can walk and even run. A peculiar characteristic indeed, setting them apart from their winged counterparts who are often more comfortable in the air than on the ground. Now you might wonder, why do vampire bats need to walk or run when they can just take to the skies? Well, it all boils down to evolution and survival. Unlike many bat species that prefer to swoop down on their prey from above, vampire bats have a slightly different approach. They target sleeping animals, usually large ones like cows or horses. To do so, they need to land near their target and approach stealthily on the ground. This is where their ability to walk and run comes into play. Vampire bats have evolved strong hind legs and a special bounding gait that not only allows them to move on the ground but do so quickly. Their thumbs, which are much larger compared to other bat species, provide additional support and balance. This terrestrial locomotion is a testament to their adaptability, showcasing how they've evolved to best exploit their unique feeding niche. And it doesn't stop at walking or running. Vampire bats are also great at climbing and even jumping, adding to their repertoire of ground-based movements. These abilities, coupled with their flight, make them incredibly versatile predators. This ability affords them a unique advantage among their winged brethren. They truly are a fascinating example of nature's adaptability, aren't they? Although feared, vampire bats play a significant role in disease transmission. Now let's delve into this less-known aspect of their lives. Vampire bats are often associated with deadly diseases such as rabies. This is due to their diet of blood, which exposes them to a variety of pathogens. While the incidence of disease transmission from bats to humans is relatively low, it does occur, making these creatures a significant concern for public health officials. The most common disease transmitted by vampire bats is rabies. This deadly virus can spread to humans and other animals through the bite of an infected bat. However, it's important to note that not all vampire bats carry rabies, and those that do are typically sick and less likely to be out feeding. Emerging research is shedding light on how vampire bats spread diseases. Scientists are studying their feeding habits, social behaviors, and the pathogens they carry. This research is crucial as it helps us understand how diseases spread and how we can prevent them. Interestingly, studying these bats is also leading to medical advancements. For instance, the anticoagulant found in their saliva is being used to develop new treatments for strokes and heart conditions. While they may be feared, understanding these creatures can help us in unexpected ways. So the next time you think about vampire bats, remember, they're not just creatures of the night, they're also subjects of important scientific research. Vampire bats, a marvel of nature, are creatures full of surprises. We've journeyed through their intriguing world, discovering 7 fascinating facts that you might not have known before. We've explored their blood-only diet, a unique nutritional choice that sets them apart from other bat species. We've delved into their complex social structure, a testament to their intelligence and social skills. We've uncovered their use of echolocation, a sophisticated biological sonar system. We've examined the anticoagulant in their saliva, an evolutionary adaptation that aids their blood-feeding habits. We've learned that vampire bats can not only fly but also walk and run, a rare trait among bat species. Lastly, we've discussed their role in disease transmission, a controversial topic that continues to be researched. So the next time you think about bats, remember, there's more to them than meets the eye.